Hey everybody, this is Burt Middleton, the Gout Killer, and I really appreciate you being here, joining me live for this Google Hangout. We're going to be talking about uric acid, and more specifically, the name of this topic is uric acid. How high is too high? And you're here because you have experienced that really fun and nasty form of arthritis known as gout. And so I don't have to tell you how painful it is. And you've heard all about the idea that gout is caused by uric acid being too high. And that is kind of a misleading way to put it. It's actually, we should say it more like we have excess uric acid in our system, in our blood. And there are many different ways to, not many different ways, there are a few different ways to test uric acid. The most popular way is to test blood uric acid, and it's measured in milligrams per deciliter, otherwise mg/dl. And when they are looking at if you get your blood drawn, if you get your blood work done, and this may be old hat to some of you, but if you're tuning in and either right now live or if you're tuning in for the replay of this, just so you can get an idea of what's going on here, is that when you get your blood work done and then it comes back that you have uric acid at 9.1. Well, that's pretty high. And that's 9.1 milligrams per deciliter. I had my uric acid tested once, and I'll bet it was actually higher than this at other times. And it was at 9.9. But there are people that I have interacted with that have had uric acid levels at 17.0, at 13.5. But just to give you some perspective of that, how high is too high? Well, normal is somewhere between 3.5 and 7.2. And what they want people who, this is the Western medical community, what they want to see in terms of milligrams per deciliter is for someone who is experiencing gout attacks, and especially if you're starting to get gout attacks frequently and they're severe, then the target is to have your uric acid levels, your blood uric acid levels, down below 6.0. So now 7.2 is kind of the high end of normal, and you could have your blood uric acid at 7.2 and not be getting gout attacks. There are people that may have blood uric acid levels of 7.2 or even higher that don't get gout attacks. There are a bunch of different reasons for that. There are so many different contributing factors to why we trigger gout attacks. And there can be anything from poor blood oxygen saturation, we can be dehydrated, we can be eating too much acidic food that is creating an overly acidic inner body condition. Our blood chemistry can get messed up because of the chemistry that gets created inside of us due to stress, our very thoughts and emotions. We can be exposed to toxic chemicals that go right through our skin and get into our blood. We're not moving correctly and doing some sort of exercises. Our bodies we're designed to move. They don't work right just sitting here in front of the computer like we all always do so much of the time these days. And a big deal is if we're not getting enough good sleep. Sleep is a really important factor in terms of the way our bodies detoxify. So there are a number of different reasons that cause our blood uric acid and our overall body chemistry to get out of whack. And so just to not go too far into it, like I already have, is that how high is too high? Well, if you're starting to get gout attacks, then your blood uric acid levels, if you can get them down to 6.0 or below, you're probably going to be doing pretty good. So that is kind of what I wanted to throw out there for this little Google Hangout. I hope that's been helpful And if you have any questions, please get on my website, and there is a contact button, and you can send me an email and we can start a conversation that way. I would really like to encourage you, if you're a Facebooker, to go like my Facebook page, which is Burt Middleton / The Gout Killer. So you can find me on Facebook, and at The Gout Killer on Twitter. I have a whole bunch of other social media platforms that we could talk, including Google Plus. But if you know how to use Google Plus, then you're way ahead of me. I've never been able to figure it out. I've had a Google Plus. I do something on Google Plus all the time, but figuring out how to interact and really create a community on Google Plus has not worked very well for me. So I would love to hear from you, love to talk to you about what's going on with your gout, because I am the gout killer. And it's my mission in life to kill gout. And if you are struggling with gout, then we need to talk. But I'm Burt Middleton, and I'm the Gout Killer, and I hope that's been helpful, and I hope I hear from you soon. And I want to thank you if you were one of the people that joined me on this live call, on this live broadcast. And otherwise, if you're watching the replay, thanks for being here. So that's all for now. Good night, and see you on the next one.